That being said, the wang on that guy.
That's one of the best hogs I think I've seen in movie history. Like,
sorry, Nick. I'm hitting go live because this is an interesting conversation. I went to see my niece's middle school musical this evening. Bless her soul. Izzy, if you're out there listening, I know you're not because that would be inappropriate. But it was Finding Nemo Jr. the musical. I didn't know Finding Nemo was a musical, but it is. Apparently not apparently, I heard it tonight. There's a song called Where's My Dad, which is apparently like a meme on the internet. Maggie said.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, where Nemo's just like, where's my dad? I can't find him. And it's like, oh. But you raised an interesting point, if you want to repeat yourself about what you just said with like your mom and
Yeah, it's so funny. So, okay, first I just gotta ask, what part did your niece play?
She was one of like the parents of like the friends at the beginning. She didn't have any lines. They just, well, no, that's not true. She did right at the beginning. And she might have had one at the end. I was kind of in a daze by that point, but and she was also one of the seagulls, which was pretty funny. So they mine and stuff. So that was kind of cute. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, so I was telling Tim before the show, I did theater all through middle school, high school, and college. I majored in theater, and had a lot of fun in most of the productions I did. Did the musical all 3 years of middle school. But my mom, who's a teacher, she was helping out with the musical at the school that I used to go to, actually. And she was help directing it, and she told me one day, she's like, "Man, it's not going good." They were doing Elf, which is a musical, a fun show from what I've heard, and she just says, Payson, it's definitely not at the quality that your musicals were. And part of me is just thinking, like, she's probably being a really supportive parent, because I just want to say, Mom, you don't have to lie. You can probably say that those are the most fun.
I think that's interesting, though, because, like, the whole evening, so we went out to dinner with my parents beforehand, and then my sister and my brother-in-law and my niece, not the niece that was in the show, but my mom just kept gushing about, like, the shows that I did in high school, too, and she was like, oh, that one you were in was really good, and you were so great in this one. And I was thinking to myself, like, but were we that good, or are there different goggles on when, like, you're watching your kid do something, and I think about that a lot. I haven't I'm not one of those people that's like gone back and seen a lot of the shows of the school that I went to, but I've gone to a few here and there. Like when my older niece was in maybe a freshman, either freshman or a sophomore, they did like the junior version of Fame, and I like went to see that.
I'm sorry, we gotta stop. There's a junior version of Fame.
No, not Fame. Footloose. It was Footloose.
That makes a little more sense. Okay.
Yeah, I've not seen Fame, but isn't it really dirty? Is that why?
Very dirty. Oh yeah, it's just horny 20-somethings in Central Park. Just
nice.
No.
So no, it was not Fame. It was so it was Footloose, and it was like it was fine. Like it was like there are always like a few kids who are like really good, or like you can tell like they're gonna be really good. And so it's like, and that was the same thing tonight. Like the kid who played Nemo was probably like a 7th grader, and he was a pretty cute kid, and he did a great job. He had a good voice, and it was like, okay, this kid'll be fine once he gets to high school. But I do wonder about that, like my mom and your mom just saying, oh, it wasn't as good as when you like. I wonder if that is the case. Were you, when you did shows, were you ever like big parts, or were you always the chorus or like stage crew? Like what was your time like?
I've always considered myself more of an actor than a singer, which isn't the best for musicals, but no, I did actually have quite a few big roles. For sixth grade, we did Annie, and I was Bundles the laundryman.
Nice.
Seventh grade, we did Aladdin, and I was the Sultan. Which one is still to this day one of my favorite costumes I've ever worn because I had a big fluffy hat and I feel that just backstage really cool. And then eighth grade I did Guys and Dolls, and we did Guys and Dolls, and I was Sky Masterson, and that was really fun. Yeah.
My eighth grade year was Once Upon a Mattress.
Interesting.
Yeah, which was a time to be alive. My biggest role that I did as a musical was my senior year of high school. We did Hello Dolly, and I was Horace Vandergelder, and that was probably the most fun I've had. But the biggest part in general was my sophomore year of high school, our play. So it wasn't a musical; it was just a play. We did The Crucible, and I was John Proctor in The Crucible, and that was probably like the biggest one. And I remember at the time, it's funny now being like a film guy, but like I didn't know who Daniel Day-Lewis was. So like I'm like doing research on The Crucible, and I watched the movie, and I'm like, well, son of a bitch, this dude is awesome. Like this.
From what I'm hearing, DDL, move over, Tim Bracala. He's coming for you.
I've got the DVD somewhere. I didn't realize you like went to school for theater and all that stuff. I'm sure you've told me and we talked about it. I just don't remember. But
yeah, I was gonna say I didn't know this about you, but that's awesome, and which makes sense because like when I see you host and when I see you perform, you are very like theatrical, like you can bring the emotions, and it's really cool, and that makes sense knowing this about you.
Yeah, no, I mean I've always wanted to go back and like when was the last time you did a show? Like you said in college, so
last time I did a show on stage was 2019 when I did Pippin.
Oh,
it's a weird show, like
so good, though.
But it's really fun. Like it like, and that was one like when we did it at the community college that I went to. So many just like actors in Arizona came to audition for it because it's just like it's just one of those shows that like doesn't get put on a ton because it takes a lot of money to put it on. But so we attracted a bunch of people, and being able to playing Lewis, who's like Pippin's brother, and having an actual speaking role, I was really honored, and that was a really fun performance I got to do.
Yeah, I would say like the most difficult one that we ever did was because I haven't done anything since high school. I did some community theater in high school. I was in Hairspray, and then I did Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat twice. Okay. So we did that when I was in 7th grade for school, and then I did it in community theater as well. I love that show. Yeah, when I was a junior, my high school did Peter Pan. And they put like a lot of money into like the costumes and the wires and stuff.
Oh, so, you got wires.
Yeah, it was like all out. It was intense. Like it was creepy. I played I forget the name of the dad, but Mr. Darling, if that might just be all it was. So, and then after they go to Neverland, I was just like a rando pirate.
They don't do what certain shows do where the person that plays Mr. Darling.
Oh, yeah, is. But no, actually, my best friend in high school was Hook, and he was awesome. It's funny. He's a military man now. He's out of the military, but he right after high school he went into the Marines, and then now has a wife, and he's like a dog lover, nature lover, just like totally not the guy you would suspect to like dress up as Captain Hook and sing and jump around on stage, but he was awesome at it. But that was probably the most like complicated, crazy, weird one that we did. But yeah, it's fun. I want to get back into it, but it's like it's so time consuming and like it's just lots. It's a lot. Yeah. And it's harder, like when you're in school, you know people and stuff. And even that like first year that I did community theater, I didn't know anyone, but like the second year was like now I know everyone. And so it was like a lot of fun that way. But yeah, it's like trying to meet people. I don't know. I'm lazy. I meet people on the internet.
I love doing theater, but it cannot be stressed how time consuming it genuinely is. Of like when you were in a show, like most of the show was only like 2 to 3 months, but when you are there, it is every night, 3 hours a night.
Yep.
When we're leading up to it, it goes to like 5 hours a night. You have one day where it's just a 12-hour day. It's wild. But it's so much fun.
And it was so, and I would imagine, I bet if I did it now, it would be fun. There's a guy I know, not super well, but that used to go to my church that is like a huge music theater guy. And then he got back into it once his kids got a little bit older, not like old like us, but old like in middle school. And he was the community theater was doing Beauty and the Beast, and he was like, why not? Let's try out. And I'm pretty sure he got like Cogsworth or something. And just like
I was Cogsworth as well. Nice, good shit.
That's awesome. I can see that.
Yeah. Probably the most fit I've ever been, because for Cogsworth, like everyone says like playing Lumiere is tough because you gotta wear because you gotta hold the candles all the time. That is tough. But what they don't tell you is when you're playing Cogsworth, you have like a 30-pound wooden block that is on the front and back of you, and you just gotta like waddle around. It's super fun, but like put
on your Ian McKellen voice.
Oh yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, you're
good shit. That's fun. So you're not doing anything with your theater degree? Come on, Payson.
Unfortunately, no. I really want to get back into it. I have friends that have started up a theater company, and I'm always just and I still have that itch, but I'm just like, I got to know when the time is right. Personally.
I'm with you though on the whole like, I consider it like actor more than singer. Like I can carry a tune, but like I always enjoyed the acting part of it way more than the singing part. And probably the coolest thing I did was my senior year. Was it my senior year? Yeah, it was my senior year. It was the first year that we had like a new choir director and drama director and stuff at the high school. And they sent us, a few of us, to like this. I don't know if it was. I think it was like 48 hours. It was very quick. A like workshop weekend thing, where we went and wrote and blocked and starred and directed our own shows. So it was like groups of like, I don't know, maybe 8. Putting on like little like 20-minute vignettes basically, and that was the night. And I didn't act in it, I just directed in that one, and I had so much fun doing that. And I've always wanted to do that again, but it's like that's more time consuming. It's like to direct and stuff.
I got a wife and you got a kid, like man. Got a dog.
Maybe one day Ellie will want to do community theater, and then it'll bring us all together. But I also I get the itch scratched a little bit because I play at church. So so I play the drums in the church band, so I get that a little bit. Like that definitely helps scratch the itch. But I also like am there to like facilitate worship, and so I'm not necessarily like. Whereas like when you're putting on a show and you're playing it's pretty self-gratifying.
Oh yeah.
In those instances. So I got something today that I think you would like. I did some 50% off Criterion shopping.
I've been seeing that. Yep.
So I picked up a 4K upgrade for this.
Oh, good movie.
One of my favorites. This is one I have not seen.
Excellent. It is like Michael Mann, like stripped down as his first movie, but like you can see.
Is it his first movie?
Yeah, first movie, but you can see all the elements that he would grow and expand on as a filmmaker.
Love it. And then this is the one I thought you would enjoy.
Oh, I mean, one of my favorites of all time. Like
I have only seen this movie one time.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, that is like of compared to like rewatchability and depravity of the movie, that one is up there for me. Of like, I should not find this as rewatchable as I do of just watching this guy just murder people by just putting holes in their heads. But there is something of the way the Coens direct that movie that I just am so addicted to.
I think everybody gets a few of those. Like for me, like I think Silence by Martin Scorsese is very rewatchable. And that is a hard fucking movie. But I think the performances are so good that like I can't help but like want to watch it. And I know that I am in the so tiny minority there, but so like I totally get where you're coming from of like the movie is either tough or it's like I shouldn't enjoy this type of thing as much as I do, but I just love it. And so I totally get that. I think that's totally fair.
That's so fascinating with Silence because like I think that movie is a masterpiece. Like that is in my top 5 for Scorsese. Nice. That is one of the ones where like it is so hard for me to go back and watch because I'm not sure if I've ever told you about this, but like you, I'm also I am also Christian. I consider my faith to be a pretty important part, and like the questions that movie asks you as a Christian is like that is why it's so hard for me to go back because you need to be in the right mind space to do. But like more power to you if you can go back and watch that because it's brilliant.
Yeah, and I think there's like it's interesting like rewatchability as a topic because I think people assume that like just because a movie is like long, that might not make it rewatchable. But some of my most like favorite movies to rewatch are long as shit, like The Irishman, Wolf of Wall Street, Lord of the Rings, like Avatar. Like these are all 240 to 3.5 hour movies. Most of Scorsese's filmography is pretty long. But I think that like it all like there are some movies that are just rewatchable for everyone that are classics that anyone can be like, oh, I could watch that movie over and over again. But yeah, there's always like going to be a little bit of a difference for some people. It's an interesting topic. I think it's yeah.
Like I'm the same thing. Like most like some of my most rewatchable movies like Goodfellas is 2.5, Boogie Nights is 2.5. Some people have told me that like my favorite movie of all time is Magnolia, and that's a tough movie to watch. And that I wouldn't put that as like as rewatchable as some of those other movies, but I've watched that a good amount of times.
Yeah. And well, and it's the same thing too with like next year we haven't done it yet, and I wanted to do it this year, but we haven't done it. Is like have a very serious conversation about video games because we haven't done it recorded yet. But some games too, it's like people like Maggie gives me shit all the time for like replaying the same games over and over again, and I still try to hit a lot of new stuff that I've never played before. But it's probably been 20. When did Jurassic World Dominion come out? 2022.
2022, yep.
So it was that, and I only say that because we moved into our house the week that movie came out. So it's just like ingrained in my brain. But that year is when I started playing Resident Evil, and I've replayed almost every one of those games multiple times every year since. So like, and like the new Resident Evil 4 remake, I've played that game probably 20 times already.
You told me about this. I just find that so crazy that like I didn't know this about you because like you are like the Resident Evil guy. Is that your favorite video game series of all time?
Probably. I mean, at this point, it's fresh. Like I played the original Resident Evil 4 when it came out. Oh, that's not true. Not on GameCube. When it came out on PS2 is when I played it. Okay. But I hadn't played any of the other ones, and I never finished it because I thought it was hard, and I was a kid. I was like, I don't know what's going on. And I played, I think it was 5 a little bit when it came out, and I think that was in like 2009. but then I never played 6, 7, and then when 8 came out, I really wanted something new for like my Series X and PS5. So I bought it like on a complete whim. I was like, because I read a review where it was like, oh, it's basically an action game. It's not really horror anymore. And I was like, well, let's check it out. Like, whatever. And I played it and I was like, oh, I love this.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so then I played 7 and I was like, oh, I love this. And then I just went down the rabbit hole and I played it. Oh, and actually, okay, hang on.
Oh, you're more merch. I love this.
I just bought this last week. So we spent a weekend in Madison and we went to a used Blu-ray / game music store.
Oh, yeah. Like
and I found this I found this puppy and I'm gonna cherish this.
Let's go. On the game. Nice.
I wanted the original version. Because I have it emulated and all that stuff. But yeah, it's tough though, because like growing up, my jam was I love Dead Space and BioShock and Assassin's Creed. Were probably like the 3 big ones for me as a kid growing up in like middle school, high school. And I played Call of Duty and all that shit, but like as just thinking about it, like how passionate I am about Resident Evil now, that's probably number one. Though the one that I've stayed with the longest and put the most time into is definitely Assassin's Creed, because I've played everything and I've finished it all, and there's some shit in there.
Commitment.
But I've played every single one, and I've 100%ed all of them except for Valhalla, because I thought I was going to die. That is actually the Assassin's Creed game I have the most time logged in, and yet I'm at like 60% completion. Like I beat the story, but then I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Man.
Yeah, but then Shadows, I beat the story. I really enjoyed it. I finished all but one trophy, and then I set it down and I watched the trailer for the new expansion, and it didn't really do anything for me, so I don't think I'll go back in it all. But all the other stuff, like the other 2 new ones, Origins and Odyssey, I loved. I thought they were phenomenal. So
no, yeah, I think it's super cool that you came into Resident Evil just a little later, and you are so passionate, because I just think like knowing your love for this and just knowing like, hey, this is just something that like really just sort of like came out throughout like the past few years. I think it's like, man, there are so many awesome things with video games and movies and just media in general that like it's never too late to just jump in.
No, absolutely. I was actually having a similar conversation, this was a while ago. I don't know why I said just. It was a bit ago. But Spence randomly, I don't remember why, was talking about playing Dark Souls.
Mm-hmm.
And I just got into that a year ago.
Oh, so yeah.
I had always wanted to play those games, but I couldn't figure it out. Like I just didn't get it.
Right now. That is I'm right there with you, like right now.
Yeah, and I picked up, or Bloodborne was free on the like PlayStation store. So I downloaded it and I'm like, let's see if I can figure this out. And it was so cool, but I could not figure out the gameplay. It just like it was driving me insane. And then Elden Ring came out and everyone was like, oh, it's really easy it's like the easiest one to figure out. And I was getting my butt whooped, and it was driving me nuts. So I set it all aside for a while. And then it was about a year ago, a little over a year ago, like actually I know exactly when it was. It was May of last year, because I was in the middle of my Bloodborne run and I went to New York to visit Nick. And I was like the whole time like, dude, I want to get back home and play this.
That's amazing.
And it was and I loved it so much that even though I had it free on my PlayStation, I still found a copy and bought it because I needed to own it. But once I figured that game out, I went back and played all of them. At least the FromSoft ones. So Dark Souls 1 through 3, Demon Souls, Bloodborne, Elden Ring, and I've beat Elden Ring 3 times now.
Jeez.
And I love these games. Like last year I was hardcore obsessed. And even like some of the ones made by other studios in the same vein. So like Lies of P, I've beat 5 times now.
I have a friend that's obsessed with that game. That
It's
like
so good. And there was another one that was pretty small that came out last year called The First Berserker Kazan. I loved that. So there's just like, once I kind of like hunkered down and figured it out, I was like you said, like a whole new thing is like thrown in my lap. And now instead of hearing like, oh, there's this new Souls-like game and going, oh, well, I'm never going to fucking play that. Now my ears perk up and I'm like, okay, well, let's hear what this is about. So, and like you said, it's all media. That's movies, TV, video games, like, and that's cool. I think you're right that is a cool thing. It's never too late.
No, it never is. Never is. Don't be afraid to try new things, people.
Unless it is foreign language films, then no, I'm just kidding.
That's where you draw the line.
Is there a new thing or director or any like whether it's movies or games or something that has hit you in the last couple of years or something?
So what I just played for the first time, I saw it just at a used game store. And I was like, you know what? I've never played any of these games. They seem up my alley. I want to try it. I bought the first Metal Gear Solid for PS1.
Nice. I bought the new collection. I have not played it yet.
Okay, and I was just like, is this gonna hold up? This is a game from 1998. Is it gonna feel aged?
I see your PS1 back there. Hell yeah!
My PS1 is right over there. Adored it. Nice. Playing this game, I was like, okay, this is why people have been obsessed with Hideo Kojima for almost 30 years. Like, there's just something about this guy's brain that, like, in the 90s, he was playing chess while everyone else was playing checkers.
Yeah.
The story has a bunch of intricate details. It's not too complicated. It is dealing like with American politics in a mature way.
Nice.
Like saying things about our government and like how it has had its hands in certain things, but also like it has that cool like Japanese anime bullshit that I absolutely love, where you have these soldiers that can like read each other's minds. One of the main villains, Revolver Ocelot, can shoot their magnum and just wherever they shoot it's not like Bullseye where everything Bullseye touches he can make a bullet. It's just he can very much see in a room, okay, if I shoot my gun here, it's gonna end up hitting you. And just I love all that stuff, and I really, really want to play the rest of the games. I hear the story gets even more complicated, but I'm willing to I'm willing to go along for the ride.
Yeah, that's one where when they released the Master Collection or whatever of like 1 through 3, I picked that up on sale. And so I have it. I haven't dove in, but somebody who works for me at the theater dove in recently, played the first one and loved it, and then just played the remake of 3 and loved it. So it's one of those things where I've not played any of his games except for Death Stranding.
Death Stranding's really good.
And when I started it, I did not get it.
I get it.
And this friend of or this guy that works at the theater, he loves Death Stranding, and he said the second one was like a masterpiece. And I'm like, it's one of those things where I want to try it again one day, but yeah, that's not anytime soon because it's so complicated. No, that's cool. As far as film goes, I've been watching the works of Sir Oliver Stone.
Oh, okay. I've seen a few of his.
Yeah, I hadn't. I was like looking at my letter. Let me pull up my letterbox because there was a few of his movies that I had seen, and I think this was last year at some point. I watched JFK just like on a whim and really liked it.
Movie rules.
Yeah.
Movie rules.
I like loved it, and I had already seen Wall Street, the first one. I hadn't seen the second one, and I had seen Platoon, and that was it.
Okay.
And I saw Snowden when it came out. I'm gonna rewatch it, but there's a ton that he's directed that I had never seen, and so I watched Any Given Sunday, and that was a movie that exists.
The movie is directed by cocaine. Like I can.
Over the Halloween season, I watched The Hand, which is like his second or third movie, I think. Michael Caine going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs in a thriller horror movie where his hand gets cut off, and then it starts to come back to life and kills people that he's upset with. Yeah, crazy shit.
That sounds fun.
And then and I watched Alexander, which was a time because the 4K from Shout, was it Shout? Yeah, it was Shout. Is just the like ultimate cut. So it was like 3 hours and 40 minutes long or something like that. That was a lot. And then I just watched this one the other night. James Woods taking pictures and shit. It was it was fine.
Yeah.
But he's got a bunch of stuff that I haven't seen that I thought looked interesting, and like I liked JFK so much, and so I'm interested to see what his Nixon and W and all that stuff. So I think when he's working on that, I like it. But I haven't seen Natural Born Killers or there's another really big one that I'm not thinking of.
Born on the 4th of July. I don't think that one. Yeah.
I have not seen that one. So that's my film journey right now.
Nice, good shit. You talking about that made me realize I haven't seen a ton of Oliver Stone. I've seen JFK, really love that. I've seen Alexander, seen Snowden, not the biggest fans of that. I wanted to like Wall Street more. Wall Street is a movie that like has Michael Douglas, like I understand why that performance is super lauded. He's incredible in that movie. To me, that movie is like it's really enjoyable 80s junk, but at the end of the day, it is still 80s junk where Gordon Gekko has like a robot sidekick for some reason, and I'm like, what are we doing, guys? And
I actually didn't hate the second one.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I actually kind of liked it more than the first one. Have you seen the second one?
No, I haven't. But
that's not great.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like that junk food type of way you put it. And like Shia is Shia, but there's some really good, like Josh Brolin is in it and he's great. And like I said, I think Gordon Gekko is a pretty interesting character. So I thought it's a 3-star movie, but it's like for the 2 hours that you're watching it, like it's engaging. Like I didn't hate it.
Interesting, because like my whole life, that movie has been like sort of like a meme of like, why does this movie exist? And just hearing like, no, it's just kind of okay. It's like that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, yeah. It's very much the like, okay, Gordon Gekko is like training the young guy now type of thing, and like it's that type of movie. But and then they're gonna go head to head and blah blah blah. So it's like it's you can see all of the twists coming like a mile away. But yeah, it's entertaining enough.
Yeah, it's so funny you talk about Wall Street too, because I was thinking about this because not to give spoilers to what we are going to be talking about, but I was looking at movies that are coming out next year, and there was a movie coming out next year that I was like, this gives me Wall Street 2 vibes in the worst way possible. Right. But hearing that Wall Street 2 isn't that bad, maybe I should have a little more faith in this movie. I don't, but we'll talk about that.
Well, let's talk about it. There's a couple things we want to still get to, but I initially reached out to Payson, frankly, because I was like, I think it would be fun to talk to Payson and talk about movies in general, but also I was like, Nick is unavailable. I need someone to talk to, and what's something I would want to talk to Payson about? And I was like, Payson's a theater guy, upcoming movies. Let's talk about it. Movies coming out next year that we're kind of looking forward to. think it's a good idea, and it's easy, and we don't have to do a lot of work to talk about it. So there's also that. We don't have to do much prep to discuss. So what is this movie you're alluding to? Let's hear it.
There are a ton of movies I'm really, really excited for. What I'm not excited for, probably my least anticipated movie, like big releases. Have you heard about The Social Reckoning?
Oh, is this the sequel to Social Network?
Yeah. So, in case people don't know, this is the sequel to The Social Network. It is Aaron Sorkin will be writing it. Fincher will not be directing it.
Sorkin's directing, right?
Is going to be directing, which I like his directorial efforts more than a lot of other people. I will admit.
So I know. Well, oh God, why can't I think of the name of that movie? Molly's Game, was that it?
Yeah, Molly's Game I really liked. That was the first one.
That was his first one. I liked that one. Yeah,
good with Molly's Game. I know some people are really down on Trial of Chicago 7. I really like it, but really good performances. I liked being the Ricardos, but I think with that one I was starting to see a bit of his like really over sentimental stuff, like starting to play into himself as a filmmaker, and just hearing what he wants to do with The Social Reckoning, where it's called The Social Reckoning, which stupid name for a movie. Jesse Eisenberg is not coming back to be Mark Zuckerberg. It's going to be Jeremy Strong, who's an actor I like.
I like him too.
But at the same time, it also sort of envelops what the issues Aaron Sorkin has nowadays of just a very self-serious actor, and you have a very self-serious director. And just knowing that from what I've heard, he wants to make a movie about January 6th, but he wants to just bring in Mark Zuckerberg. And I'm just like, if there is something I don't like, that just sounds like the least appealing thing right now, it is Aaron Sorkin making a movie about January 6th. Like, please, can we not?
I agree with that sentiment. Yeah, I mean, I like Aaron Sorkin. I need to watch The West Wing. Like, I've not seen it yet. But yeah, no, that does not sound. And this, why go back to the well? Like, it's Social Network is so good.
So good. That is my personal favorite Fincher movie, and just the fact.
Me too.
It's just such a weird blend of saying I want to make a movie about January 6th, so I'm going to make a sequel to one of my other movies that is about Mark Zuckerberg. And I'm like, here's the thing, I would enjoy to see a follow-up to The Social Network, because like that movie ended in 2006, and there is so much stuff about Mark Zuckerberg that we now know about. Of like, obviously he may have been an even worse person than the movie, and I would love to see that, but it's just like, this is totally the wrong way to go. And everything of what I'm seeing is like, The Social Network was so good because Aaron Sorkin and Fincher were butting heads all the time. Where like Sorkin, like Fincher's a much more pessimistic person.
I didn't know that they were butting heads though. I didn't realize.
Not like they didn't hate each other, but they were like really clashing on like how they should portray Mark Zuckerberg. And like, like I'm not sure how you view The Social Network. You're a pretty smart guy, so like I feel like that movie does not have a very optimistic view of Mark Zuckerberg.
No, I think that's the point. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely the point. And from what I've heard, that is a lot of what Fincher was trying to do. I'm just showing like, hey, look at this loser that did this whole thing just because he got mad at this girl that broke up with him. And Aaron Sorkin wasn't the most interested in that. And just knowing that Fincher was not going to be there, I'm like, oh boy, what's going to happen when it's just one creator in there? Like, I'm not that excited. Yeah.
But are you excited for what is possibly going to be the greatest movie ever made?
Cool. I'm all ears, Tim.
January used to be the month of the shitty horror film. It might still be that, but it is also the month of Gerard Butler coming back to our cinemas. Greenland 2.
I saw this.
I haven't even seen the trailer. They've got my money.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, so to be fair, I finally saw Den of Thieves 2. I just watched it like last week. I didn't catch it in the theater, and I liked the first Den of Thieves. I liked the first Den of Thieves more. It was still a fun movie. And then I realized the year before was it Plane?
No, I think Plane was 2023.
Yeah, you're right. Was there another one in between that?
Butler have a January staple in 2024? I'm gonna have to look this up.
Yeah, I'm looking right now.
But no, you are totally right. Gerard Butler has become like he has taken January by the balls, and he's like, "This is my home." And honestly, I respect it because I enjoy a junky Gerard Butler movie when they're good.
Ooh, in 2024, we did get The Beekeeper, though, which is a fucking banger.
Well, that is maybe the greatest movie of all time. Like, I'm just gonna.
That movie's dope. It looks like he did not have a 2024 banger.
He was letting the oven simmer a little before we were graced with his presence.
Yeah, but no, dude, I've always loved Gerard Butler. I think his movies are so silly. I love the all three. Well, that's not true. The Olympus, the second one was pretty bad, but I think he's a fun actor, and I think he always gives it his all. And I thought that when Greenland came out, because that was a COVID movie that got pushed straight to VOD because of COVID, I really liked it. I actually thought it was like, because it's not an action movie. It's like a disaster drama.
Yeah, no,
and thought it was decent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot more respectful than his other disaster movie, Geostorm. So I'll give that.
God, that movie is fucking atrocious.
I'll be honest, I never actually saw that movie. It just missed me, but I've always wanted to go back to see, because that just seems like someone was just challenged to make the worst movie of all time.
That was a movie that was made for me.
Okay.
Like the trailer being like, the natural disasters of the asteroids and the and this is gonna happen, and I'm like, let's fucking go. Gerard Butler, are you fucking kidding me? And then it is it's not the fun bad, it's not the so bad it's good, it is just the awful. There are some really bad movies that I love because they're so dumb, and I love Nick hates it when I say this, but I don't care. I love turning my brain off and just enjoying bullshit. Nick hates that sentiment because he always, and I get his point. His sentiment is like, if you just say you like turning your brain off, then Hollywood's not going to give you anything smart. They're just going to keep giving you dumb shit. So I get that, but I genuinely like Plane. It's not a dumb movie, but the movie doesn't treat you like you're dumb. If that makes sense.
No, 100%. No, I think that is I'm like you. I also kind of hate the term. I'm like Nick, where I'm not the biggest fan of the term of turn your brain off. But here's what I will say to make yourself feel better, Tim. Your brain is on because you can identify the fact that what you are watching is dumb. And therefore, because you find enjoyment from it, because you can see dumb things and you are above it, that is where your enjoyment from. So your brain is still on.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Another January one that I don't think necessarily fits in January, but we're getting it in January, is we're getting the next installment in 28 Years Later.
I saw that. Yeah. So it's funny. Do you know why that's coming out in January?
No.
It is coming out exactly 28 weeks from 28 years later. Oh, come on. You got to give him credit for that. I love it. Oh, there we go. Really got to.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? Is that real?
Maybe that's not why, but if it isn't, it's a huge coincidence.
No, it's gotta be. And it's funny because I saw the trailer, and I think about these things because I work at the theater, so it's just like natural. It's coming out, what is the date? The 16th of January, which is about a month after Avatar comes out, and Avatar is going to hold the PLF screen, so IMAX, Dolby, it's going to hold those for weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think this will be the first like really big movie post Avatar that's going to get those screens.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that I did not love 28 Years Later.
Okay, interesting.
I liked it. I thought it was good, but I wanted to love it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the marketing for that movie was exceptional.
Some of the best trailers of the year.
Yeah, and I didn't know it was a two-parter, like or a three, right? They're doing three.
The third one where Danny Boyle's going to come back and do the third one.
Yeah. So I didn't know that going into it, and so when it ended, I was like, "What?
Oh yeah,
what?" And so I was, I think, a little bummed from that, but the 4K is out. Maggie and I have been waiting to rewatch it until closer to when Bone Temple comes out. But I watched the trailer for Bone Temple, and I thought it looked incredible.
Oh yeah.
And I really like Nia DaCosta as a director. I think her Candyman movie is really good.
Really good.
And I don't think she's the problem with the Marvels.
Absolutely not. No.
So what's your take on it?
No, I loved 28 Years Later. There was just something about what that movie was doing that just really spoke to me. I love the scenes of Aaron Taylor Johnson with this kid. I think the kid actor they got, I don't have his name wrote down. A really great child performance, and just the ending of that movie, where like what that movie has to say about like bringing a kid into a world that might not be like the world that you want it to be, but just saying at the end of like, hey, this is human, like this is a human nature. It is our it is our mode to continue on the familial generation, and like it is it is in a way our job to create life. I think that's actually something really beautiful of what it was saying there, and just everything with the Bone Temple. I think was really great. I loved Ray Fiennes. I love the zombie effects.
It's gorgeous looking movie. Like
looking movie. Sound is great. Here's my question: what did you think about the last 5 minutes of this movie? Can we spoil 28 Years Later here?
Yeah, I mean,
what do you think about Jack O'Connell and the Jimmies?
So, is that what they're called in the movie?
I have a really funny thing about that. You keep talking. I swear. Oh, there's a reason why it's called the Jimmies, and it is the funniest thing.
He was the kid at the beginning, obviously, right?
Yes,
like that's the whole thing. So, I like Jack O'Connell. I like him even more now because Sinners is still my number one of the year.
It's my but I think that's totally fair.
Nothing has topped it yet. What do you have above it, out of curiosity?
I have Weapons, and I have One Battle After Another.
Oh,
yeah. I know. I swear that was not a preordained thing. I genuinely watched that, and I was like, this is an all-timer for me.
Yeah, no, you're totally fair. And I love Weapons too. That's in my that's probably like 9 or 10 for me right now.
The moment of fear for me was when the kid starts rapping Aunt Gladys's hair, and I'm just like, oh, I know where this is going. I know where this is
going down. That's we can spoil 28 Years Later. And Jack O'Connell, I thought was great in Sinners. We obviously didn't see much of him here. But it was goofy, but like I don't it was goofy in a way where I was like, I could see this happening in this world that they've set up. So like it didn't bother me. What honestly, the stuff that was weirder to me was like the pregnant zombie stuff, and like the we've been told for even though I'm pretty sure they
get that.
They made it clear that Weeks is pretty much not canon at this point, but they've made it pretty clear that like the zombies are like totally like mindless, and then all of a sudden like they care for each other. So I thought that was a little weird. That being said, the wang on that guy,
that's one of the best hogs I think I've seen in movie history. Like,
sorry,
blush. Oh no, like we're guys. Like I appreciate a good cinematic dick when I see one. Like, holy shit, they call him the alpha for a reason. Like I
hear it was fake.
I honestly had the feeling, but you know it happens. No, but so it's so funny. The reason why that group is called the Jimmies was because obviously the apocalypse in these movies happens in 2002, and there was an old English DJ by the name of Jimmy Savile that did just like programs, and he was known for wearing these like fun vests, which is what all the Jimmies wear. But I think the interesting thing about that is after his death in 2011, it turns out that he was like a really bad guy, and like a bunch of people came out with like allegations against him. And it's just so interesting because that would be the equivalent of like, okay, if the apocalypse happens in America, and in 2002, if there's a group of people called the Huxtables that just walk around wearing these Cosby sweaters because they were big fans of the Cosby Show, and it's a wild decision by Boyle, but I kind of love it.
That's funny.
It really is kind of funny
because the rest of the world knows that this guy was a douche in the context of the movie.
Yeah, but they
have no idea. Yeah,
the news never came out about him being an awful criminal.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's really funny. But I was just thinking, meant the Huxtables.
The Huxtables. That's funny. What are your thoughts on why can't I think of her name now? Emerald Fennell, Wuthering Heights.
Yeah, that is a movie I either want to be really, really good, because I genuinely hope every movie is good, or I want it to be like so unwatchable it's funny, and I'm not going to take anything in between is going to be so boring, because like I already know the internet's going to be so obnoxious about this movie, where like certain people are going to be saying it's amazing, certain people are like, even if it is good, like Emerald Fennell just has the fangs out for like, well, like I thought Saltburn was like campy trash, but I did
enjoyed it.
Some people thought it was like the worst thing possible, and I was like, I don't think it's that bad.
Dicks.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And from what he has said, that is apparently his real one. We have to take his word for it, I guess. Wow, what a show we're doing. But yeah, like I Emerald Fennell like sort of like comes with like a lot of baggage to this one as a filmmaker, where just some people weirdly have their fangs out for her. I have not rewatched Promising Young Woman. I still really enjoyed that movie.
I've seen it twice. I liked it on rewatch. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, like my hopes for that movie are either it's really, really good or just really entertainingly bad. What are your
the Oscar for Promising Young Woman, right?
Yeah, for screenplay, best original screenplay.
I forgot she did Saltburn, honestly. Yeah, no, I liked it. I saw the trailer for Wuthering Heights. I know nothing about it. Maggie has read it. I have not. She's excited. Having seen Frankenstein now, it's not that I didn't like Jacob Elordi before.
I'm the same
because I thought he was good in Priscilla. I've not seen the show Euphoria. Yeah. But I hear he's good in that. But I've also heard that it's teen. Don't get me wrong. I think Sydney Sweeney is fine. I actually just saw Christy, and I thought she was actually spectacular in that.
I'm gonna see soon.
So I really liked it, but I also knew nothing about that story, and that story is insane. Try to go in as blind as possible then, because it is an insane story. But I thought she was exceptional in the movie. But when someone says to me, the acting is really good, Sydney Sweeney is great, I'm like, okay. Jacob was really good with Sydney Sweeney. I'm like, all right, sure. And up until, frankly, up until Challengers, I would have maybe batted my eyes at Zendaya too. Like
Zendaya's been in a few things I quite enjoy, but Challengers, it was
too. I think she's good in Spider-Man, but am I sitting here saying she should win an Oscar for that? No, it wasn't. Like, was she? Can she sing and dance in The Greatest Showman? Yes. Like, she was good in it. But is she like a generational talent because of that movie? I don't know. But then I saw Challengers and I was like,
cool.
And so that makes me like, that made me want to watch Euphoria. Jacob Elordi and Frankenstein makes me want to watch Euphoria.
Frankenstein.
Sydney Sweeney and Christy makes me want to watch Euphoria. So that's my point. And I've always I haven't seen them in a ton of stuff, but Hunter Schafer's on Euphoria too, right? Yeah. And I just watched Cuckoo, which I didn't love, but Hunter Schafer was not the problem with why I didn't love the movie. So, by all accounts, I should probably watch it.
Yeah.
But Jacob Elordi, Frankenstein, good shit.
No, for real. Like I really enjoyed Frankenstein, and I think Jacob Elordi just Oscar Isaac's very good. Mia Goth is very good. A weirdly grounded performance for Mia Goth, even though she's still like super weird in it. But I would love to see her in more Del Toro movies. But no, Jacob Elordi just stole the show as Frankenstein.
Him opposite Margot Robbie in Wuthering Heights like gives me a little, because like I think Margot Robbie's great. And I saw the trailer and I was like, oh, it's like Sexy Time, the movie. Ooh.
Yeah.
And there's a big age difference there. So are we upset about that?
How old is Jacob Elordi? I do not know how old.
I would guess 29. That's my guess.
Oh yeah, he is 28. So that is a 7-year age difference. I'm not
bad. I thought she was. How old is she?
Margot Robbie is 35.
I feel bad now. I feel bad. No, I'm okay with it then. Maybe it's because I've known her longer. Like she's been in the public eye. Like I've seen her in more stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like he's still kind of teen boy.
Yeah.
I liked his Elvis though.
Yeah, no, I think he was really, really good in Priscilla. I think he's fine in Saltburn. But I was blown.
Oh God, I forgot he was in that. Holy shit!
So, I was like, okay, you're kind of just sort of like if someone were to say like imagine it in Attractive Guy. It's kind of like he's just like cartoonishly attractive in a way. Yeah. But yeah, I thought he blew my socks off with Frankenstein, and I
saw Frankenstein in the theater, right?
I did, yeah.
So did we, and it was funny because there was one theater in Wisconsin playing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw you log it, and I was like, well, Payson's in Arizona. There's lots of movie theaters in there. How far did you have to travel to see it?
Not far. The two theaters that play Netflix movies, they're like one of them is 10 minutes that way, one of them is 10 minutes that way. So like, okay, yeah.
So, yeah, I saw you log it, and then I think it might have been, was it Jacoby? I don't remember. There were like 2 or 3 people in a row that I saw log it, and I was like, mother.
You were just getting jealous. You were getting jealous.
I had told myself I'm not going to get to see this movie in the theater.
Mm.
I lucked out with Pinocchio that I got to see that in the theater. Like it was randomly, like a few days before it hit Netflix, it was playing at a theater near me, and I was like, holy shit. And so I jumped on it. But this, I was like, God damn it. So it's only playing in one theater in Wisconsin, and it's 30 minutes away from where we were staying in Madison. So I was like, Maggie, because we were going to see Begonia, which I still have not seen yet, and I want to see really bad.
Really good.
I know, I want to see it really bad. And I was like, so we were planning on seeing it, and I was like, Maggie, I think we need to see Frankenstein instead. And she was like, oh, yeah, like, let's go. I don't want to watch that.
You were married to the right person. You were married to the right person.
The movie starts, and we're both excited, and we're watching, and I don't want to spoil it because obviously it just came out on Netflix, but there's a moment with Elordi within the first 5 minutes. He does something that Maggie and I looked at each other. We were like, holy fucking shit. This movie is awesome. And yeah, we loved it, but that was a long diatribe.
No, excellent segue though, because genuinely one of my most anticipated movies for next year.
Oh,
I am so excited for The Bride.
It looks cool.
That might be my favorite trailer of the year, and just the poppy version and just the super gothic nature. I'm obsessed with the makeup they did for Jessie Buckley.
She's so great and everything.
And have you been keeping up with the like Oscar season predictions?
No? For this year, no, I have not. No.
Okay. It is very much projected that Jessie Buckley is probably going to be winning Best Actress.
For what?
For Hamnet.
I have not seen it yet. Is it out?
No, not yet. It's coming out, I think, in like a couple weeks. Yeah. But if she wins that, and this
That's
is
a Chloe Zhao movie. Sorry.
yeah, it's Chloe Zhao with Paul Mescal. She's playing
Yeah.
the Shakespeare. It's about the death of their kid. Apparently very emotional.
Did not.
Yeah. I have some friends that have read the book. Says it's a very good book. Pretty excited for that. But if she wins an Oscar for that, and then a few weeks later she is in this movie, I'm just like, that's awesome. Let's go.
Yeah. I think Bale looks great in it. The cast is incredible. The trailer is very good. It was funny. The trailer was playing before Predator the other night, and Maggie goes, "What is this?" And I was like, "Bride of Frankenstein," and she was like, "Oh shit!" And then like the trailer like revealed itself more, and she was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Yeah." Maggie Gyllenhaal, has she directed anything else?
Did you watch? Did you see The Lost Daughter with Olivia
Yeah.
Colman? And yeah, that was her only movie she's directed so far, and this is her second movie, and this is apparently like a big passion project she's wanted to do, and I'm all in. I'm all in.
I'm always in on new ideas, adaptations of the classic monsters.
Oh yeah.
Even it could be shit, and sometimes, most of the time, they actually have been when they've retread, like I Frankenstein, the Tom Cruise Mummy. There's a lot of bad ones. But.
What if we made a Wolfman movie where the Wolfman never transforms into the Wolfman?
You're referring to the Lee Winnell film,
Yeah,
correct?
Lee tells the Wolfman, everyone.
I wanted to like that movie so bad.
Me too, but it's so puzzling. Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
We took my niece to see it because she had just turned 17.
Okay.
And I loved The Invisible Man, and I love Lee Winnell, just being a huge Saw fan. I love him. I think this is maybe controversial. I don't like Insidious very much.
I've never seen the first Insidious.
I love James Wan, but I find both of his Insidious movies to be fine.
Fair.
I think Lee Winnell's movie is actually the best one.
Okay.
And hot take, I think Patrick Wilson's one that came out a couple years ago was actually not that bad either. And so I really like Lee Winnell as a director. Upgrade is so fucking awesome. But yeah, we went into that movie so excited. We rewatched the Joe Johnston one, which I think is actually pretty good.
It's fun. It's fun. It's like, that is like popcorn style Universal monster movie in like the best way possible. And and the effects of that.
The gore in that movie is so good.
Oh yeah.
The action and the gore and stuff is awesome. But yeah, we went into that new one, and my niece is getting into horror, and she we sat down for it, and I was just like, what are we doing? Like what? Because I thought is his name Christopher Abbott?
Chris Rabbit is the main guy.
Yeah, I thought I thought he was a good cast. Like the casting was good.
Yeah,
the bones were there, but it just did not.
Like I'm all here for subverting expectations, but if you're going to one of these like horror monster movies, if it's a Frankenstein or a Dracula movie, you want to see the monster, and the idea of saying like you never really see the Wolfman transform, it's like that's not as clever as you think. I'm sorry.
Well, and it was coming off of, not that it's exactly the same, but it's pretty damn close, coming off of Nosferatu a month earlier. Not even, because Nosferatu came out Christmas, and Wolfman came out like 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
Like 2 or 3, it was like middle of January. And so I was still on the vampire high. Like I was like, Nosferatu it was either my number 2 or 3 last year. Like it was up there. Like I love that movie. But that's also a nice segue because I'm pretty sure Robert Eggers' next movie is 2026.
The same time next year, Werewolves. Let's go.
Yeah, Robert Eggers is maybe.
Think about it.
Is he my favorite director working today?
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's not like an established, like long-term guy like a Fincher or a Scorsese or I'm saying someone up and coming, but he's not up and coming. He's made 4 movies, so it's like, oh, but he might be.
Let's say, okay, let's do this. Let's put the cutoff at like, let's say 10 years, 2016. Would you say he's your favorite director to have emerged since 2016? Because that would be The Witch, and then all the way till now. Because honestly, I think he's up there for me.
Yeah, I think it's got to be because I think The Witch and the Witch and Nosferatu are both 5 out of 5s for me.
Okay.
I think The Lighthouse is really close to being a 5 out of 5 for me.
That's my favorite one. I adore that movie.
When I watched it the first time, I gave it a 5 out of 5. And then when I rewatched it, I was like, I think maybe I jumped the gun.
That's fair.
And I've seen it 3 times. The third time I saw it was when A24's website released the 4K. Mm-hmm. And I still loved it. But the one for me, though, that I think The Northman, when I saw it, I was so excited.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember I gave it a 4 out of 5, and I was like, I think this movie's awesome, but it's not as good as The Witch, and I didn't like it as much as The Lighthouse. When I rewatched it with Maggie at home on Blu-ray, I actually liked it more.
Okay, nice.
I haven't seen it again since. I've only seen it the 2 times, so I want to rewatch that one because that was one where, like, now kind of knowing what the movie was, like, I liked it even more. And again, speaking of dicks, like,
this is an amazing episode.
Fighting naked buck ass nude in a volcano to finish out your movie.
And that final death scene, like, aside from the final death of Flight Risk, I don't think there is a death scene in a movie that will stick in my mind more than you're getting decapitated and the main guy just getting sliced up. But I'm happy I made you laugh with Flight Risk.
Yeah, that was funny. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of other guys that, like, you've got Jordan Peele, and I think Get Out and Nope are both awesome. Mm-hmm. And I think Us is one of the most overrated movies ever made.
Oh, I really like Us.
Oh, I do not. But that's fair. Like, yeah. I think that movie is riddled with plot holes. But I think Nope is my favorite of the 3. But again, like, I'm trying to think of who else.
I'll just throw out some names. You're not an Ari Aster guy, right?
No.
Okay, fair.
So, I will say this. I am an Ari Aster as a director of his actors guy.
Yeah,
I think I just rewatched Hereditary.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm sorry, not Hereditary, Midsommar. And I watched the director's cut.
Mm-hmm.
And the acting, the look of the movie, it's all S tier.
Yeah.
You can't deny the acting in Hereditary, Midsommar, and Beau is Afraid. I have not seen Eddington yet. I bought it. I haven't watched it yet, though. It's the script. I genuinely think the script for Midsommar is booty. And it's so weird because I'm watching the movie, and the first hour, I was like, oh, shit. Do I like this movie now? Did it just take 6 years and all of a sudden I enjoy it now? And then the second half happened and I was like, oh no, this I don't like this. Like, so I really wish he would direct his own or direct somebody else's script.
That'd be cool.
So yeah, I think he, as a director, like, clearly obviously talented, and I'm gonna watch whatever he does because of it, but it's not my favorite. No.
Yeah, Midsommar is the only one I really don't enjoy. I'm honestly there with you, where just there's something about the characters in that movie that I just cannot stand, and just the choices they make. And usually, there are plenty of movies I love that I think have unlikable characters. For some reason, I just cannot connect with that movie the way other people do. But yeah, I do really enjoy Hereditary. I really love Beau is Afraid, and Eddington, I think. I'm going to be curious to hear what you think of Eddington, because I do think that is probably his most accessible one, because I think that's probably the funniest movie he's made.
Well, and it's not horror, right? It's like political drama.
Yeah, just like kind of showing that like everyone was kind of being stupid in 2020, and I'm like, yeah, I really appreciate that.
Yeah, my theater had it, and we only had it for a week, and so it was like I totally missed it. But I bought the 4K from A24, so we're gonna check it out. But anyway, yeah, going back to Robert Eggers, I think I love the man. I like the way he speaks, like the way he talks about movies and stuff. Like, I just really like the dude. And werewolves? Are you fucking kidding me? Hell yeah!
And like looking at the cast, like the 4 cast members confirmed are all people returning from Nosferatu, and I'm like, cool, sold.
So it's Lily Rose Depp, Willem Dafoe, who else?
Aaron Taylor Johnson and Ralph Ineson. I'm like, you know what? Cool. Let's yeah.
I love to seeing. Speaking of Ralph Ineson, back to the Frankenstein thing. He's in one scene.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I was like, is that him?
I saw a quote. Like it was like on Facebook or Twitter, or I don't remember where I said it, but it was like, interview with Guillermo del Toro on that scene with Ralph Ineson. And I was like, so I saw that before the movie, and I was like, oh shit, he must have like some big like one scene wonder like type of like shit.
What a clickbait thumbnail!
2 minutes of the movie. It's like, what are we doing? Oh man, yeah. So I thought that was pretty funny. What is there anything else next year other than the Super Mario Galaxy movie that you're like super excited about?
Oh, I mean that's my number one most anticipated movie. What are we doing? We're going to the second movie. Let's go. No, I want to do a challenge. Do we have the same top 2 most anticipated films? Do you know what yours are?
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to sift through.
I want to guess it. Can I go grab my whiteboard?
Yes.
I won't even do this. I got a notebook and I'll just write big.
Because there's one, I'm gonna go through here real quick because there's one that's sticking out, but I feel like I'm forgetting something.
There is a clear 1 and a clear 2 for me, but there are a lot of movies coming out, and
because there's a lot of stuff I'm excited about.
Yeah,
like I'm looking forward to The Mandalorian and Grogu, but I can't think that's obviously not what you're talking about. No, and obviously it's not Minions 3.
Well, gotta crumple up this paper. No.
Yeah, I mean it's gotta be, right? Like,
I even put it in order, but
okay, I think we're on the same page, but I'm double checking one more thing because like I'm excited about that.
You might have these 2 swapped, but these are easily my top 2 with a bullet. And if there's something you're more excited for, awesome, genuinely. But yeah, next year is a movie of like okay, it's so funny that we're doing this now because every year there is the playlist drops a top 100 most anticipated movies of next year.
Yeah.
And that just like fills in holes of something of like, ooh, that doesn't have a specific date, but I'm really excited for that. That doesn't have a specific date, but I'm really excited for that. So like going off like Box Office Mojo and Wikipedia today, I'm like, of the 2 movies that have like big locked dates, these are easily my top 2.
Okay, I think we're on the same page for one, so I'm gonna say it.
Okay.
And then we're gonna you cover up and show me if I'm right. So number 1, The Odyssey.
I'm going to cover this up. Okay.
That's your 2 then.
The Odyssey is my 2. Yes.
Okay, so that would, looking at the list, that would probably be my 2.
That's fair. That's fair.
Or, I'm sorry, that would probably be my 1 rather.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of everything I just looked at. What am I missing? Tell me.
Lisan al motherfucking Gaib.
Is that confirmed for next year?
December of next year. Oh yeah, like I am so excited for the Odyssey. I'm not gonna lie, Doom Messiah is kind of my one with a bullet. Like I am so
didn't realize that was confirmed.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I bet that gets pushed, man.
I mean, okay, either that or Avengers Doomsday is going to be getting pushed.
I forgot about Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because the other, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff that I'm looking forward to. Like, I even though I'm not excited that it's being made, I can't help but be excited for Toy Story 5.
I get it. Yeah.
Alejandro Iñárritu's new movie. Like, I did not like his last film. Yeah, but I'm always excited whenever he puts out anything. Yeah, wow. I did not know that Dune was set for next year. That's awesome. Yeah, hell yeah.
No, like, and genuinely, like, as I think about Dune, I'm like, because I didn't see the Lord of the Rings movies in theaters. I was just too young to see them. And just thinking about, like, I'm just like, I think I want to appreciate these Dune movies so much because I feel like this is the closest thing I'll have, like, at least at my current age, to a movie trilogy that is going to be like this. And, like, yeah. I loved the first Dune so much where I went out and read the book because I didn't want to wait to see what happens. And I thought the second movie, really solid adaptation, makes some changes. I have not read Dune Messiah. I have heard it is a weird book. And part of me doesn't want to read it because I kind of just want to see what Denis cooks up and see what he gives us. But I really want to see where the story goes. And I love, like, I really enjoy a hero's journey. I love when a movie does a villain's journey really well. And, like, at the end of Dune Part 2, I really felt like that's where we are taking Paul, of, like, this person that is going to be saving the Fremen, but everyone else is going to view him as a villain. And your casting announcements, I don't want to spoil if you're not keeping up with casting announcements, but, like, really fun things there. Yeah, Robert Pattinson is going to be in Dune Part 3.
Oh, I did know that, yeah.
That some returning people are going to be coming back. But yeah, really excited for Dune.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say earlier, like, as far as, like, other directors today that are easily some of my favorite, like Denis clearly there, because I think the run from the only one of his foreign films that I've seen is Incendies.
I need to see that one.
I haven't seen anything else. So everything else I've seen is what was his first American film?
I think Prisoners was his first one.
Yeah, so everything, but they're on. So Prisoners, Sicario, Arrival,
yeah,
and then Blade Runner, and then
Dune.
Blade Runner, then Dune.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so those are all. Prisoners is a 5 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
Sicario and Arrival are wildly close to being 5s.
Arrival is an easy 5 for me, but Arrival's still my favorite one he's made. But
my favorite one he's made.
Prisoners is great.
I'd probably have to go Dune Part 2.
I think that's probably my 2. Yeah, it was. I think I go Arrival, Dune Part 2, 2049, Dune Part 1.
I think 2049 is a 5 out of 5. Like, I think this man has made some of my favorite movies.
And it's so funny because when he's tackled 2049 and Dune, like when he made Blade Runner 2049, I was like, why are we making a sequel to Blade Runner? It's such a standalone story. This does not need to happen. And Denis he decided to make it because he said this was going to be made, and I wanted to be the director to make sure no one fucked it up. And when he said that, I was like, okay, let's see what happens. And just him nailing it that hard. And then right after that, he's like, you know what? My next movie is going to be this book that everyone has been wanting to see a good adaptation of. I'm going to do it. It's going to be Dune. And that also sticks the landing. Is like, this is a man that is calling his impossible shot. Like, what? Just the coolest guy in the world.
So Robert Pattinson has a big year next year because isn't he in the Odyssey too?
Yeah, People think he's gonna be playing the Cyclops. We kind of love that, but yeah, he's gonna be in the Odyssey.
Speaking of, I want to talk about the Odyssey quick, but before that, have you seen Die My Love?
I'm seeing it tomorrow.
Pace. It's so crazy, dude.
No, I love Lynn Ramsey, and all I've been hearing about this movie is like like I've been hearing like it's good. It is about as unpleasant as you can possibly imagine. Is that a good pitch?
Yeah, I mean, I have not seen We Need to Talk About Kevin.
Really good, really good.
But I loved
You Were Never Really Here.
You Were Never Really Here. I was about to say You Must Not Be, and I was like, that's not right.
A few movies that came out that like I always mistake You Were Never Really Here and Can You Ever Forgive Me? Like not similar movies at all. They just have really wordy titles, and I always have to like take a minute for my brain to process which one.
But I loved that when that came out, and so I didn't even know that Ramsey directed this. I was just like, okay, this is a movie that my theater's getting. Let's look at it. And I was like, oh shit.
Yep.
Cool. Sat down for it. I literally knew nothing about it.
Okay.
And other than that, Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson were the leads. Yeah, no, it is weird from like not moment one, probably moment two.
Moment two is honestly, I appreciate that. Moment one, it kind of eases you in. Moment two, bam.
Yeah. Well, moment one is like I said to a friend at work today, I was like, because she watched it too. And I said, what did you think? And she was like, I didn't like it. And I was like, yeah, it's weird. It's not an easy watch. And I said, I thought it was funny because I didn't know what it was. And so I sat down and the movie starts, and this isn't a spoiler or anything, but the movie opens and the scene is just two of them talking. And all of a sudden there's a needle drop that is almost like a jump scare. It was so loud.
Please don't tell me what song it is. Don't tell me.
I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
Needle drop isn't the right word because the song it might have just been the score. No, it definitely wasn't. It was a song. It was definitely a song. I didn't know what it was, but it was so loud, it scared the shit out of me. And I was like, what is happening? And then when you see what's happening, you'll see. Okay. I anticipate a message from you and your reaction. But that being said,
and unlike Nazario, I will wait till the movie is over and then I will message you. Nazario, I love you. Don't do that.
You gotta stop messaging us while you're in the theater, my guy. But yeah, the Odyssey is probably, even knowing that we get the possibility of Dune. Oh, that's really tough. Because yeah, dude, I feel like it's cliche at this point, but I do just really like Nolan.
Here's the thing, is it cliched? Yes, but it's kind of right. Like, it's just like, he's so undeniable at this point.
Even his misses, like Tenet, is Tenet a great movie?
I know.
But it's fun.
Yeah.
I like it. And I think that was the moment where I was like, people had been saying like Robert Pattinson's actually a pretty good actor. And I was like he's good, like in these other things that I've seen, but like that was the one where I was like, yeah, I like this guy a lot. Like I really do. And that's coming off of the fact that I also didn't like totally love Dunkirk either. Like everyone else seemed to like really love Dunkirk. And I thought from a visual standpoint it was great, but there's no story and I kind of hate that. But I Oppenheimer, I know it's been, there's nothing new I can say, but that movie truly is just like, I think we are going to be talking about that movie 50 years the way that we talk about The Godfather today. I genuinely believe that. I think it is spectacularly good on like every measurable like quality. Like I think it's just so good. And so I can't help but be excited for the Odyssey. It also helps that my wife is like obsessed with the story of the Odyssey right now.
Nice.
There's some audio only musical thing that has like taken over TikTok over the last couple of years, where it's like this guy who wrote and performed his own musical about the Odyssey, but like he just like recorded the music and like stuff, and so I forget what it's called. Epic? I think it might be called Epic.
I think I could be wrong. I think Spence has actually told me about that, but that does ring a bell.
Maggie loves it. And so she's like super hyped. And so kind of seeing like her be excited about this through that lens is pretty cool. And I also love that we got like another minute long, completely vague, ridiculous trailer for a Nolan movie that has me excited. And I also think that the balls on Universal to put tickets on sale a year in advance.
I am so mad at myself because I was like, okay, I'm probably like 20 people are gonna buy it. I can wait. The next day, all sold out. And I'm like, cool. So the prime showings at my IMAX theater. So now I'm like, okay, I got to make sure I see it Saturday afternoon because I'm not seeing that movie in any theater other than the big IMAX we have down here.
Oh man, I just can't help it.
It's really cool.
I can't help but look forward to that one, and yeah, I think it's gonna be great. I hope.
My favorite thing about this is like, yeah, I'm right there with you. I think like there are a select few movies that have come out in the 2020s where I'm like, we are going to be talking about these movies as masterpieces years down the line. And I do think Oppenheimer is one of those movies. I think it's either my favorite or my second favorite Nolan movie. I absolutely adore that movie. And just like, that was a movie where just like Nolan just won in every single element because not only did critics love this movie, but it was a huge box office smash. And like the fact that we have like a director making a movie like that for adults that is handling such heady themes and
R-rated.
Yeah, R-rated. And then it's like, okay, what does he do next? What can he possibly do that doesn't feel like he's scaling back? And then you hear Christopher Nolan is doing the Odyssey. It's like, you know what? I think the only thing that could have been bigger than that was Christopher Nolan is doing the Bible. Like that is the only thing of what. And if the Odyssey is going to be successful, which I think is going to be, watch the Bible be his next movie. And yeah, we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, I think it is my favorite of his movies. Like I'm one of those weirdos that likes Batman Begins more than The Dark Knight.
I get it. I don't, but I get it.
And I mean, Inception is great, and Interstellar I really like, and so
for me, it's Oppenheimer or Interstellar. Like I think Interstellar is my favorite story he's done, but I think from a technical perspective, I think Oppenheimer is just borderline perfect.
No, I mean, I agree with you. I think the dude, obviously, like again, as I stated, it's cliche, but I think you're right. Like it's cliche for a reason. Like it's really good. Man, good shit.
Yeah.
We were gonna review The Predator.
Yeah, Predator badly. Yeah,
but I'm tired.
I get it.
This was a really good conversation that I enjoyed having with you, Payson. So I want to say this: Predator Badlands is really good.
I agree. I really agree.
Yeah, and I think you should go see it in the theater. And if you're still watching, I think you should buy a ticket and go see it.
Can I say two things?
Absolutely.
Okay. One, I am with Tim. Really, really like this. I think 3 of the best Predator movies have come out within the last 5 years. 100%. The first thing I wanted to say, I think Elle Fanning kills it in this movie, specifically as Thea. I think she is becoming like a really cool staple of genre films, and I love that she's finding her niche here. I will say 2, small nitpick, very, very small nitpick. If you're gonna give a badass title reveal for your movie, which I am all for,
I've heard this.
Can you put the copyright infringement logo off of it? I'm sorry. I'm just like,
did they do that in Prey? I feel like they did.
Okay, I need to go back, but like maybe just because I was watching that on TV, it didn't notice it as much. Watch this Predator Badlands, I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Well, that's stupid.
I had the same reaction. Actually, I didn't have the "this is stupid" reaction in like an anger. I looked at Maggie and I went, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
like laughing, like what are they doing?
like,
And then I thought about it and I was like, why am I? Maybe I'm having like some weird nostalgia, like not nostalgia, like a weird like I feel like they maybe did that in Prey, but I could be wrong. Whether they did or not, I agree with you. It's a weird choice.
So distracting. I'm like that is like I think of the Departed putting their title 30 minutes in. I think of just this year, One Battle After Another does a really cool title card. Like when a movie does a cool title card presentation, it's awesome. And this could have been really really cool because it comes in at a really cool spot. But then I just see the copyright of 20th century 2025. I'm like, can you get rid of this? Can you please get rid of this?
It's funny because I said to Maggie recently, there are weird things I like about movies sometimes that most people don't think about. And then I realize that there are a lot of people like you and me that probably do think about these things. But I love a random title reveal 30 minutes into the movie. I love it. Chris Stuckman just did that with Shelby Oaks. It's like 15 minutes in.
I still need to see it. Okay.
And I was like, hell yeah, man. Love it. Great. Perfect. So yeah, it's weird, but I love a good random 10 minutes. Anything 10 plus.
Oh yeah. It's like you have you seen Hundreds of Beavers?
No, that's the big comedy one from last year. Right?
Really, like silent, like slapstick comedy. It is an hour and 50-minute movie. Title drops an hour and a half into the movie, and it's so funny.
How long is the movie?
An hour and 50 minutes, and it title drops an hour and a half, and it does a full like the character like you're reading the title cards, and it says like if you're gonna do this, like you're not gonna get by with just dozens of beavers. If you want to buy, if you want to show yourself that you are worthy of my daughter, then you are going to need to bring me. And then it shows hundreds of beavers, and it's like, let's go.
Yeah, that was speaking of Chris Stuckman, I had first heard of that movie because that was his favorite movie last year. He put it at number 1 in his top 10 video. And I was like,
yeah.
Fuck is this movie? And then there were a couple people that I saw log it semi recently where I was like, I guess I gotta check this movie out. But anyway, yeah, Predator, go see it.
Yes.
As for the rest of the year, there's still some great stuff to look forward to. I'm looking forward to Keeper next week. The Running Man, I do want to see.
Sentimental Value, I love Worst Person in the World, and that's the one with Renata Reinstead, who, like, if she is as good as people are saying in Sentimental Value, she is making a run for being my favorite actress working today because I love her in Worst Person in the World. I love her in Different Man.
I was going to say that was her in Different Man, right? Yeah.
I'm excited for Sentimental Value.
Nice. I didn't know. I've heard the title. I didn't know what it was, so that's good to know. And obviously I'm biased, but I'm very much looking forward to Avatar.
Oh, I'm so that movie's gonna own bones. Payakan the Optimist Tulkun is my boy, and I'm so excited to see him swim some more.
I am going to see. I think it is going to be quite possibly the greatest triple feature of all time, and you have to start. You have to start with Avatar. You would think I would say end with Avatar, but no, you start with Avatar. Then you go to the Handmaiden.
Okay.
Is that the Housemaiden?
The Housemaid, yes. Handmaiden, Park Chan-wook movie. A lot of sex.
Yeah. That's a weird movie.
Oh, yeah.
Housemaid. Sydney Sweeney. Boobs. Then
I I cannot flush. We've been talking about dongs all night. I can't just flush when you say boobs.
That's true. Then you end it. You end the triple feature with the holiday film of all holiday films, SpongeBob movie.
That comes out that you're so
Sponge on the Run. That is, all three of those movies are coming out that day.
Okay. What a time to be a movie fan. I'm excited.
And the best part is you could keep your 3D glasses from Avatar and use them on SpongeBob.
Use them on SpongeBob.
Because it is also in 3D. So
maybe Housemaid, like you said, Sydney Sweeney.
Okay, I think
that might
that's a good place to wrap the show. Payson, thank you so much. This was fun. It did not go the way we intended, but it was a fun conversation that I enjoyed having, and I hope you guys watching enjoyed it as well. I should probably do my job and pull up our little doc here, because I believe, I might be wrong, but I believe we have one more episode before the end of the year. What is the date today? Today is the 10th. So yes, we have one more episode before the end of the year where we do our Q&A. So one more episode, 2 more weeks. We'll be back. Hopefully Nick will be here. But if he's not, I'll do something. I'm here for you. My Shelby Oaks review randomly got like 100 views. So thanks, I guess, for that. That was weird. But thank you to Payson. Thank you to Nick anyway behind the scenes, because he does the editing and the stuff like that for this program and the graphics and stuff. So thank you. And thank you guys for watching. We'll be back. Thanks. See you next time.